Hello, welcome back to another reaction video. I didn't even think Fancy was going to upload a video today. Sorry if my hair's messy. But yeah, let's just get right into the video. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 3 seconds in and I already hate myself. 5 seconds in and I already hate myself.
Welcome back to Escape the Backrooms. So up until now, I've been picking the best Backrooms levels that give you the most liminal feeling to add to my game. But the problem is that there's only like 20 good levels in lore, and I've already added all 20 of them. Now there's over 9 quintillion levels in total and 9 quintillion more negative levels, so that means that I'm gonna have to start adding the absolute worst Backrooms levels to my game just for the sake of lore, starting with level 10, which is an expansive pasture of wheat and barley fields stretching endlessly in all directions. The climate of the level never appears to shift from an overcast sky, with brief and infrequent spells of light rain and fog. So I modeled out the main road and added fences on the sides and wheat surrounding it, and then adjusted the light and added some fog, and
Okay, it actually does look cool though. Kind of reminds me of like a more lit Zardy's maze.
I was originally going to leave it at that since it's pretty hard to make an actual entertaining level out of a giant empty field of wheat. But I decided to read further into the wiki and found that a diverse range of structures may be found in level 10, such as small wooden sheds, barns, and stables. So I added this barn and filled the inside of it with stables and some other decorations, and then added items to it like almond water, juice, energy bars, and a new walkie-talkie item that lets you both communicate with your teammates across the map and play an alarm to let each other know where you are. Then I added this massive field of wheat and then spent an unhealthy amount of time making it so that the wheat moves around when players run through them.
Please don't add a wheat maze. That's what I'm thinking it's probably going to be. Please don't add that.
Now
Probably
it'd be
not,
pretty
though.
boring if all you did was just aimlessly run through a field of wheat.
I finally found the exit!
So I added these windmills that shine a light to guide you where to go, and then spanned them all around the level along with lakes and other landmarks, so that way you aren't getting lost in a random corner of the map and then just rage quitting the game.
Oh,
So
that's
this
cool.
level is a class 1 safe level, which means that you can't just carelessly run around the level because there are entities called facelings, which are humanoid creatures that appear to
Okay, they're adding facelings. That's unexpected, but hey,
look like
you know.
people from far away, but upon getting close will reveal their uncanny lack of facial features. Some explorers have described the being's face as a decent to downright terrible Photoshop job using the delete, smear, and/or blur tool. Wait, why does this sound like a perfect description of me? Not all facelings are hostile,
You can't keep doing this joke, Fancy. You can't keep doing it.
and there's a pretty simple rule that you need to follow to know if they're dangerous or not, and it's do not trust anyone over the age of 30. So this guy, you can probably trust. Her, you can trust. But this guy, stay far away from this guy. So I added this human model and then opened up Photoshop and used the delete, smear, and blur tools to remove his face, and then added it to the game and made them wander around cutting down wheat with their chainsaw patrolling the level. So the next level I'm going to add is level moai. Now, I couldn't find much
Really?
information about this level, but since everyone keeps asking me to add it, it kinda looks a bit like level 0.11, which is a damp and rotting maze of yellow-walled carpet corridors with an occasional but small open room scattered throughout. The ceiling is stained a sickly brown, the wallpaper is covered in mold, and the carpets are wet and have water leaks and puddles throughout. So think of it as level 0, but they went on vacation and forgot to turn their dehumidifier on, and it just got totally destroyed and rotten. So I blocked out the level and added the original level 0 textures and then made them really dirty and added puddles, water leaks, and some fog throughout the level, and then scattered these Easter Island heads around. Now for anyone unfamiliar with lore, these statues might look harmless, but if you look away from them for even a split second, they'll crush you. Now
Holy
this level is a
shit.
class 4 danger level and not only
What the
contains entities
fuck?
that are hunting you down, but also is extremely dangerous due to the thick moldy
No, I
air
see that little
fills the
bitch. I see that little bitch in the back. Fucking hound. Fuck you.
entire level and damages people's lungs. So I added the entity from level 0 and made him quietly lurk around the hallways and made it so that your sanity drains extremely fast, so make sure you're constantly sawing down doors and collecting almond water and whatever other items you can find around the level. Just make sure you don't drink the liquid pain. Or not. So after playtesting the level for a bit, I realized how absolutely ridiculous these statues looked, so I just went through the whole map and deleted all of them. So before I add the next feature, which might be one of the most requested features ever,
Wait, was that level already in the game? I think I already beat that one. So,
be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because until we hit 1,000,000 subs, I'm stuck in the Backrooms. No, really, I literally am stuck here, so please like the video and subscribe so that I can finally no-clip back home. So the most requested feature I've seen almost everywhere is to change the player model, but it's a ton of work to change the player model and transfer all the animations, and it doesn't really add much to the actual gameplay, and I feel like the current player model is sort of good in a way. Even though the game is supposed to be scary, the player model always makes people laugh, especially the goofy animations and... So I got this model here which basically just looks like an RTX on version of the old model, but still has the same style. Then I adjusted the looking up and down animations to make it more realistic, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it just makes the player look soulless and generic, and it's not gonna be that funny anymore in game. So let me know down in the comments section what you guys think should happen. But speaking of a change that 100% needed to happen immediately, I decided to finally fix VR mode for the 5 people that can actually afford a headset that can play this game without exploding. Now the problem with VR mode is that I've never made a VR game before or even played one, so I was going in completely blind and I honestly thought it'd be pretty easy to add. But it turns out that making a VR game is actually really hard, especially when it has to seamlessly work in the existing game with normal players. So after taking an entire month to try and make it work, I finally added it. Well, sort of. Because the problem is that I was testing it while sitting at my desk the entire time, and it somehow never occurred to me that people were going to stand up and actually move around in real life while playing it, which just completely broke the game. So I decided to finally sit down and watch a bunch of tutorials and made it so that you can freely move around your room and turn your head without your arms breaking, and also had a
I don't play VR, by the way. I don't play VR Backrooms, so this isn't relevant to me.
few people with different headsets tested out, so hopefully now you can play the game without getting motion sickness on every major headset.
Hey, VR mode isn't working on my Pixelpic 4K Pro 144Hz headset. It's pretty common, like 10 people have it, and it comes with a haptic feedback suit and 18 different sensors you put on to track your body, and it looks...
So the next level I'm going to add is probably the most important one in lore. It's level 399, which is a seemingly endless arcade that has an appearance and layout resembling most arcades in the front rooms, such as food courts and playrooms. It contains a plethora of arcade machines running many games like a typical arcade. And the outside area contains a parking lot with streetlights. So I modeled out the parking lot and outside area of the arcade, and then modeled out the interior lobby area and the massive arcade inside of it. Now the reason this is the most important level in the entire game is because it's the single most prominent safe haven in the entire Backrooms, and there's some rumors that it actually contains an exit to finally escape the Backrooms. Now I'm not going to spoil
What a funny
how you
name.
can escape since it'll be coming in the next update, but it's going to be pretty tricky, so make sure you're ready to try and figure it out. And also exiting the Backrooms from this level brings you to Buffalo, New York, so it might be better to just stay inside than have to go there.
Hey man, I went to Buffalo, New York, Niagara Falls.
So the next level I'm going to add is the snack rooms, which is a safe level filled with bars from the 1600s that are filled with food and other supplies. So I modeled out this bar and added a ton of almond water and other items around the level. Now this level is just meant to serve as a place where you can go to collect supplies for the more dangerous levels, which can definitely come in handy when trying to complete the various endings of the game, so make sure you keep this
Mr. Kitty's house.
So those are all the new levels and features that I'm going to be adding in this video, and most of these levels are already in the game if you want to check them out. And after seeing the response to level 10, I realized that I should never add any bad levels again, because for every person who appreciates the lore accuracy of it, there's a guy who's never heard of the Backrooms and is just like,
Why is there a giant cornfield in the game? This is the most boring thing ever.
So from now on, I'm only going to add good levels, and I've already started working on revamping a few of the older levels,
Ooh, Pipe Dreams. That looks sick as fuck, dude.
along with some extra features that I don't want to reveal yet, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you won't miss my next videos where I add them.
Bruh, I ain't got no chill.
Oh my god, that was the, I forgot his name. Hold up, they're called Bone Thieves. They're adding Bone Thieves to escape the Backrooms. That's cool. Anyway, that was a good video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.